What is up, everybody? It's Reverse here today. So apparently, the new Sony fanboy narrative is that I guess which trailer shown at the Game Awards was actually gameplay, and which one was like an actual scripted cutscene. It's just the complaints they have so far is just getting weird. Like, who cares? Like, both games look really great, but the Sony fanboys, they have to trash Hellblade at any point necessary, any point possible. They're trying to trash this game. It is just ridiculous. So let's see what this guy stated. He says that this is the most fair video comparison for Horizon Forbidden West and Hellblade 2 I've seen so far. Xbox still get mad if I say a scripted walking sim showcase and a linear sequence will hardly any gameplay. Gameplay comparison, only no cutscenes. So apparently they're bragging about this is just gameplay and this one is just cutscenes. They're trying to say. Well, it's like, who cares? Let's see what's going on with this video. Turn the sound off. So you see Aloy fighting against a machine while she's running towards the enemy. Okay, I don't see what the big deal is. Man. This was all gameplay footage from the trailer. And it's kind of looks like a cutscene. I mean, it keeps so many jump cuts. You can't see so many jump cuts. You can't really see what's going on with this one. It's like a random stuff happening at once. Yeah, it looks like gameplay at the end, but okay. I don't see what the big deal is. I honestly don't see what the big deal is. Let's wait until the final games come out. And why do they care about Xbox games so much? It's like, geez, we get it. You hate Xbox, but they just talk about Xbox 24/7. I just don't get it. They have to make their games seem better than Xbox games at all costs. It's just weird at this point. Like, I've never seen a fandom or any group as toxic as these guys are. For a company they hate so much as Microsoft, they talk about Microsoft 24/7, like literally. That's all they tweet about is Xbox. It's like weird. Not so long ago. What? So apparently Hellblade, the first Hellblade, was the PlayStation media darling at one point. It was on PlayStation official magazines. But now these guys just hate Hellblade now that Microsoft is associated with it. That Microsoft bought the studio making Hellblade. So now they just hate Hellblade now, when this was a media darling at one point. My, how the times have changed with these guys. Hellblade 2 seems to be inspired by the Order 1886. Hellblade has just as much gameplay as the Quantic Dream game. Wow. These guys, what? Why? Where do they get this much saltiness from? Where do they get this much saltiness from? They are constantly salty on a daily basis. Jeez. People who say the show of Hellblade 2 was great are deceiving themselves a lot. The gameplay was very mediocre, and the graphics seemed even worse than the first part. Wow. When just not too long ago they was bragging about the first Hellblade, but now it's all these things as mediocre. The graphics are terrible. Okay. I definitely see this, but we forget this game was in pre-production this year. Horizon is out in 70 days, while Senua was probably coming out in 2023 and or beyond. Senua was scripted for sure, but looked great. Still gonna cop both. As a PlayStation main player, I can't hate on Hellblade. I love the first, and I'm gutted, and I won't get to play the second. I knew it would come. I didn't know Microsoft bought Ninja Theory. I mean, you could buy an Xbox Series S. I mean, or PC. I don't get it. Gonna cry. I'm almost certain about this. I'm almost certain that Xbox might not be too confident in their games. Just CGI upon CGI. What is this nonsense? A game in development for years and we just get CGI until the last minute. That's when gameplay is shown, which is later met with criticism about how mediocre it looks. Wow. It is Xbox Death Stranding walking sim at the moment. Look at all this just hate and just venom towards this game. Like, jeez. Hellblade 2 looked amazing. It looked amazing, but it did look very scripted and on the rails. I have to say credit where it's due, though. If they would only admit and give credit to Forbidden West 2, why would Xbox give credit to the Forbidden West? Like, that doesn't make sense. What? Because as a cross-gen that's out soon, it looks ahead of anything around currently. And it's probably not even running on the Xbox Series X. Horizon Forbidden West straight up murdered Hellblade 2, because apparently to these guys there can only be one There can only be one exclusive. That I legit don't get the mentality of these guys at this point. It's like they just do everything they can to stay on Xbox. It's getting kind of ridiculous at this point. Hellblade looked great, but if that was the gameplay, then count me out. I love them both. They bring different styles to the table. Hellblade has the excellent sound design that makes the game Horizon. Will just look at my banner photo. Bought on PS4 and PC because it was so fun. This could be one of the worst walking / run animations. Why she run like that? I don't know about you, but I'm going to play them both. Haven't decided which platform yet, but it could be PC. Hello Horizon is effing wild, bro. I love that jump. I'm pretty sure you can ride those birds. Not sure why they are mad. The game looks great, but it's obvious that the segment shown, from the way she walks to the way the other character interacts with her, they say is heavily scripted. So when did this become a new narrative now? That because the gameplay shown was scripted, like, why is that a big deal? You get to see how the game will play. I'm not seeing an issue here that it was a scripted scene. If it was one, I just don't see what the big deal is. Like, no other game has shown scripted stuff before. It's just only Hellblade is just now doing it apparently to these guys. Why can't everyone just bloody enjoy games for once? I am in complete agreement with you. I don't know why they can't just enjoy games. Why they tweet about Xbox 24/7? Like, I'm starting to think Xbox like legitimately like violated these people or something at some point. I just don't know what the obsession with Xbox is with these guys. And he says, I for one cannot wait for either. Hellblade and Horizon Zero Dawn were absolutely phenomenal games for different reasons. Yeah, that's a lot of salt, I know. These guys are full of salt. Pretty much bots are mad that people aren't impressed by Hellblade. Looks like the first one. Meh. Both look great. A cartoony game with unrealistic physics versus the game of their yes, Senua's Hellblade 2. Hellblade 2, a one and done, y'all. Clown. Both are great. PS4 games in 2022. Then they both look good though. Okay, so there's some sensible people in this thread, not just Sony fanboys, but there are some sensible guys on the Sony group who saying both these games look great. But the vast majority up in here are just Sony fanboys who just have to hate on anything Xbox, and it's just clownish at the end of the day. Horizon is just another level. It's obvious from every animation and biome Horizon will take Game of the Year 2022, in my opinion. You need to cut back on the sodium. Too much salt isn't good for you. Hellblade 2 looks heavily scripted, but at such an early stage, who can say for sure? Horizon looks phenomenal and seems action-packed. I just don't think these games should be compared. They're different games with different gameplay. One is running on a PS5, the other is running on a PC. And one is about done and ready for release, the other is years away. The whole debate is getting out of hand. It's just a set-piece moment in the gameplay show of the game and graphics. Uncharted has these moments, and so does God of War 2018. And I'm not saying the gameplay will be like Horizon Forbidden West by any means, but come on, guys. Yeah. Such ridiculous stuff to complain about at the end of the day. One is a linear-focused game that prioritizes Senua and is not a combat reveal, is what the game will look like, and the other has so many trailers and is open world action adventure game. Stop effing comparing the two super different games. Yeah, they're legit they're two different games. Like the one you're fighting is like robot dinosaurs and crap. The other one you're going like through talking about like mental health issues when she's like hearing stuff. You're fighting is like different demon creatures and like other guess like Viking setting. It's two completely different games. So why are they comparing the two? Who knows at this point? It's just ridiculous. Great footage from both, but one is almost ready to release and the other is still in development, so to compare it to vastly different gameplay sequences seems a bit premature. But they gotta do anything to try to take a W, even if it just makes no sense to me at all. They both look good, but what Guerrilla has done on the scale, they have it unrivaled. Okay. The most fair comparison video, whilst forgetting there's no need for all of this comparison video nonsense in the first place. Let's see. Ninjas having war over B-tier games. I love both visually, but from a gameplay standpoint, I only saw one present and attentive. Both look absolutely insane. Good, there's no losers. LMAO, next joke, please. They can't even compare Hellblade to Death Stranding, a walking sim with more gameplay. Sony fanboys on the way to Twitter to us on another Xbox exclusive. They are definitely on it. That's their main mission on Twitter, just to crap on Xbox exclusives for whatever reason. It's just Xbox just makes these guys feel so insecure about their PS5 purchase. Most of these guys probably even got PS5. They're probably still on PS4, still talking trash about Xbox. Which is, I don't know. I'm just gonna include it right here. This is just getting ridiculous with these guys at this point. Like it's just an everyday constant thing with these guys to trash Xbox exclusives and big up Sony exclusives. When it's like not too long ago they were praising Hellblade, but now this with Xbox is the most trash thing ever. So definitely want to see your thoughts down below about this. Leave a like if you like this video, and as always, thanks for watching and peace.